Hello everyone, the title of our paper Analysis of Factors Affecting the Consumer Price Index. Introductory 1. Introduction to CPI 2. Research Methodology 3. Model Results 4. Conclusion. Introduction to CPI. CPI as a key economic indicator reflecting the living standard and the composition of population, measure changes in price levels, play a central role in measuring inflation and guarding the national accounts for government. The relationship between the CPI and information. During 2004-2020, three information occurred with CPI values of 2.1%, 6.6%, and 2.8%. Deep into the advantages of CPI. Macroeconomic analysis and decision-making. Business management and decision-making, the lives of ordinary people, international economic commerce and exchange. Research methodology, factors affecting the CPI, economic growth model and structural transformation, global marketing trends, technological progress and innovation, supply-demand relationship, policy system and reform, international economic pattern and globalization. Let's first study the CPI, Consumer Price Index, data sources. Random first regression algorithm. Consumer Price Index. The CPI covers the price of all kinds of goods and services. In residence direct consumer consumption, which is calculated by the weighted average mass. The following figure shows the fluctuations in China CPI data from 1985 to 2023. Data sources. This study collected comprehensive data of multiple dimensions with the aim for explain the potential factors influencing CPI. Comprehensive data set for 1985-2023. Return first regression algorithm. The return first regression algorithm is based on the decision tree and services the program of classification and recession of data patterns. Random forest regression integrates the prediction results of the multiple decision tree and uses linear relationships to achieve effective prediction for the CPI.
Next, let's look at the result of our model. Before making the model, we check the data for missing values. We count how many missing values were in each column. To fix the missing values, we used the median. The median is better than the mean because it's not affected much by extreme values. It helps keep our data good. After that, we select the data into two parts. One part was used to training the model, and the other part was used to test it. We used Python 3.12.4 and a method from the Scalar library called ensemble random forest regressor to training the model. We set some numbers, like using the mean error to see how good the model is and setting the number of decision trees to 100. This makes the model work well and we can get the same result again. After training the model, we checked how well it worked. We used two things, mean square error and coefficient of determination. The mean square error of the testing part was 5.715285 and the coefficient of determination alpha was 0.1662765. This means the model can guess the CPI to some degree, but it can be better. We also look at how different things affect the CPI. Most things, like M2, makes the CPI go up when they increase. But some things, like the producer price index and the fixed asset investment, have more complicated effects. Sometimes they make the CPI go up, and sometimes they don't. When we compared the real CPI with the CPI the model guessed, we saw a big difference. The real CPI change a lot, but the guessed CPI is more suitable. This is because the real CPI can be affected by sudden economic events, change in policy, and season things. The model can't catch all these things. In conclusion, our model is good in some ways, but it can be improved. The main square shows us where we can make the model better. The conventions of determination tell us there are still some things we don't fully understand. Most things have a positive effect on the CPI, but some are more complex. In the future, we need to study those things we don't understand to make our model better and give better idea for making economic policies. Thank you.